All right, y'all. This is Mike from Junk 90s back at it again. Fresh off of a partial collection purchase somewhere in the Massachusetts, New England area. Hooray for us. Found a seller. Is another one of these guys that just had like a ton of wax. Like he had a ton of it. There was someone I met recently that also had a ton of wax, but they had enough like singles and like sets and stuff where it was like, okay, cool, I can buy some of that too. But this guy was like all wax, boxes of it, junk wax era stuff. But hey, I love 90s. I'm a 90s kid. And I would say luckily for him, I guess also for me as, a seller, most of it was basketball. So this is just a small portion of what he had. I'm probably gonna go back again and buy more once I can move this. But this is, a sampling. He just had a ton of wax, and kind of randomly this nice lot of 86 FLEER. You can see the Drexler right on the top. We'll get to that, but I'm gonna blast the wax and we'll take a look at this too. But a very cool purchase. Really excited about it today. So first thing we bought was beyond the. He did have some baseball and a little bit of football as well. Tiny little bit of hockey. You see a lot of these guys who just were buying in the 90s and were buying kind of like whatever they get their hands on, whatever was available, and then just sitting on it for years. And this is clearly what happened here. So most was basketball. That's great news. If you're out there and you're like, hey, I'm sitting on a ton of wax, not sure what to do with it from the 90s. If you bought basketball, you did fine. You didn't do fine. You did very well. A lot of that stuff held on to its value. It still sells very well. Baseball, very tough for the most part once you get to the 90s. 89 still does well because it's got Griffey. 93 does well because it's got Jeter. Everything else is like not great. But we'll start off this before we get to all that basketball. This is a 1985 FLEER baseball box. So beyond having just like a ton of like 90 and 91, he had a lot of FLEER everything. I don't know if maybe he knew a guy who worked at FLEER. I don't know. But now I'm thinking about it, he had a lot of FLEER of everything. Anyway, this is an 85 FLEER baseball box. They don't come up very often, it looks like, on eBay. There's one auctioning for a couple hundred now. So picked this one up, very happy about it. Yeah, he's got more than just this one. So I'm like, yeah, if this one does well, maybe we'll reach an agreement on another one. But this one, very big pickup, very excited about this. We'll go around the circle now. We've got two boxes of 1990 FLEER basketball, man. This is a beautiful set. The Jordans and 10s. I'm obviously not the type that tries to rip wax and pull 10s, but a lot of people, there is the entertainment value of going out and doing that, and I'm all for it when there's an entertainment value behind it. I think it's a bad business decision, but for an entertainment decision, it can be a lot of fun. I remember one time years ago, I was at a card shop, South Shore by Boston, bought a box of these for $10. I was like, oh, whatever, man, I'll go rip it. And I just got in the car, tore it up, had fun with it for $10, probably like 10, 15 years ago, something like that. These now go for, I don't know, we'll say 50 to $100 a piece. Man, during the peak, they're going for a couple hundred at least. They must have been. I don't remember the exact prices, but very cool buy. Super happy to have these. They'll move quick. People love 90 FLEER basketball. There's Jordans in here. That's really what held the value for all these cards from the junk era. I don't know why I did quotations. It's a junk era. It's 90s, but I love it anyway. But this is Jordan held the value for all this stuff. So 2 boxes of this. Just gonna go right around the horn, as they say. 2 more boxes of 1991 FLEER basketball. Again, there's no big rookie. I think in the 90s it was like Sean Kemp. I don't know if Gary Payton, he might have been 89. I don't remember now, but Sean Kemp is here. I want to say this is Dikembe in 91, but anyway, I think it's Larry Johnson, Dikembe Mutombo. But like their rookie cards aren't really worth much, even in high grades. These are, again, a Jordan chase. So, people love Jordan, man. There's lots of Jordans in these sets. So people have a lot of fun ripping these up. Bought 2 boxes of these. Next, after that, bought a 92-93 Series 2 sealed. And I guess starting in 1992, FLEER started doing factory seals on these sets because you see these other ones do not have seals. This one is factory sealed, 92 Series 2. There are Jordans in here, and Series 2 has the Shaquille O'Neal rookies. So that carries a lot of value going into 1992 is that Shaq is in these. So got that FLEER 92-93. I won't go to the next year yet. we'll go to these ones. Bought 2 boxes of 92-93 FLEER Ultra. Here's a Series 1. Here's a Series 2. These ones, they do they do really well. Series 2 has the Shaq rookie and some Jordans. This one has the base Jordan, so they're still very, very popular releases. Very happy to get a Series 1 and a Series 2, one of each for the FLEER Ultra. So 92. Remember, all this is FLEER. So the guy must have known someone. So 92-93 FLEER Ultra, Series 1, Series 2. Super happy about that purchase. Again, most of these are like $50 to $100 boxes a piece. On eBay, and then 2 boxes of 93-94 Series 2 FLEER basketball. 93 is Chris Webber and Penny. Not really big rookie cards, not guys that you're trying to pull, hit, and send away to PSA. But again, now I'm trying to think. I think Jordan's in this. I think they did make a 93, even though I'm not sure if he was. Is that the year he took off? I don't remember. But definitely Jordan's in here. People still love these. These are the 2 most valuable boxes in. I have to look it back up because the Series 2 Ultra might be more, but these go for over 100 a piece. So very happy to pick these up. Super cool buy. 90s basketball, guys. If you got it, still sells very, very well. So I mean, it's not like these aren't like $1,000 boxes, man. But like if you're like this guy and you got a ton of it, man, you're sitting on a pretty nice set of cards. So. The thing I was also really excited about was this, just like he had very few singles, but he had just like this nice stack of 86 FLEER commons out here. Excuse me, not commons. Most of this, when I opened it, I was like, oh my God. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa, dude, do you have, because it looks like about the right number of cards. So I think it's 132? There are 132 cards in the 86 FLEER set. And I was like, whoa, dude, we got to look for the Jordan in here. Because if this thing had a Jordan, I'd be like, I'd love to help you. Like, I'd love to help you with the authentication process and submitting to PSA. But I was like, I can't buy that off of you. I don't have the money. So we looked through it together. Unfortunately, no Jordan in there. But it looked like, I mean, the guy took out Jordan. He took out Chuck, if they were even in there to begin with. Took out Jordan, took out Chuck, took out the good stickers. Well, took out like the really big money cards, and most of what is still in there is kind of like mid-grade, but like still you can do a lot with anything 1986 FLEER, especially when it's got some key cards still in there, like Drexler. That's his rookie. So we can pop through these real quick. We'll give you a sample. They're mid-grade. I think probably the best card you're going to find in this lot is like a 7 or an 8. But still some nice stuff. The Drexler is a really nice one. Jerry Sigding, Robert Reed. There's plenty of Hall of Famers in here. Like the, where we go, we'll hit them eventually. Gervin, there we go. And see, you can, like this corner, it's probably tough to see on camera, but it's got that like, edge corner issue, and then it's got like some, a color break further in there. So it would be mid-grade. This is not going to get, I'm guessing that would be like a 6, maybe even, probably not a 5, but like a 6 definitely. But here we go, Artist Gilmore. There's still, there's another Gervin. There's plenty of like real nice cards, Alvin Robertson, and plenty that you can do with and there's 2 Doc Rivers. There's James Worthy. There's kind of what I'm saying. Like as I'm going through, I'm like, this is a nice pickup because this has some nice breakup value. Kareem, unfortunately, was a miscut. That was kind of tough when I was going through. I was like, oh no, how terrible. But yo, man, if you get the opportunity to, pick up some nice, 86 FLEER, you definitely take that opportunity. And that one will be cool because, you can, buy it as a lot, then kind of break it up. So anyway, here's just some more. But that was like a pretty good sampling of what was in there. There's a Drexler, there's a Dumars rookie as well. I'm trying to think if there's any other key rookies in there. But I don't believe there were. But anyway, this was such a cool pickup. I hope I get the opportunity to go back and buy more. I think this stuff will move pretty quickly because, excuse me, I just hit the camera. 90s basketball does very, very well still to this day. Michael Jordan driving all that. He has so many fans. But yeah, this is a super exciting one. I actually went in this one with, when I went to this collection, with pretty low expectations because he just talking on the phone. He's like, didn't say a whole lot. He was like, I got a lot of 90s stuff. And I was like, man, even though it might not be the best, it's still worth showing up. And I was worried that it was just gonna be all 90s baseball, but 90s basketball can do very, very well. So when I showed up and it was mostly basketball, I was like, let's go, man, sign me up. Let's do it. So anyway, that's the video for today. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments what you think I paid for all this stuff. I'd like to spar with y'all and think what this should go for. What is a good amount to pay? What would be an underpay? What would be an overpay? I think we both did very well on this, but love to hear what you guys have to think. Anyway, that's it for today. Mike, Junk 90s. That was fun. That was exciting. Thanks for watching me. Peace, y'all.